My name is Blake Stanton from Los Angeles, California, born and raised, a real LA native. So my occupation is all over. I would say entrepreneur. I wear many hats in different organizations that I work with. I'm on the sports side as far as managing athletes, entertainers, and influencers, content creators in their own respective spaces. It's funny that we talk about like how this all started. Back in the day, I was more focused on basketball. And being in the Valley, Taft was the school to go to for basketball. I'm like, I'm going to Taft. My two choices and options that I really wanted to go to was Taft or Harvard-Westlake. My mom actually made me go to Crespi. We argued for like a week straight. I remember I going to Crespi, and it really was like the best 4 years of my life. I met some influential people, some great friends that I still call friends to this day, and really just opened up the doors to like a wide net of diversity and really opened my eyes. So when I got to Oregon, after graduating from Crespi, I flourished and I really just opened my eyes and really just networked and built like real relationships within the Oregon community. I mean, you being an athlete, the transition is always the interesting part. Us as athletes, we identify as athletes our whole life. So when it's the time to transition to something new, it's like foreign to us. Some people don't know how to transition. So when I was at Oregon my sophomore year, I knew that I wanted to be on the business side of sports. So my sophomore year, I thought out and I was like, man, let me just network and really just build my foundation, build my database and my Rolodex with people that's in the industry. So sophomore year, I went out, built relationships, and really just found a person who, at the time, we were cool. He didn't play sports, but he was always intertwined with athletes. And from there, he was like, I got an internship, with a sports agency when I graduated. And I was like, man, that's amazing. Like, how'd you do it? And he was like, man, like I just networked. A month went by and he ended up getting an internship with Adidas. So he got the internship, he took Adidas. He's like, man, I always want to be on our product side. I want to be on the grassroots side. So I'm going to take that, but I'm going to give your resume and your number to the person who I had an internship with on the sports management side. I was like, cool, bet. So he did that, we connected, and that's really how I got into this industry. When I left corporate, and then from there, I had the opportunity to jump into the tech space as far as co-founding and being the CEO of QuickTrack. And from there, co-founding another company that's in the insurtech called Insurers. So the advice I would give for an athlete making the transition into the business world is just go for it. Us as athletes, we always want to be perfect at what we do. Perfection is what we seek. So finding your way in a new territory can be tricky. So really just go for it, and put yourself out there, because you're not going to learn until you fail. So I feel like if you just go out there and give it all you can, figure out a way to do it right and figure out a way to win in the process. So that's what I tell everybody nowadays. It's just like build real, genuine relationships within the industry. At the end of the day, like let's enjoy the process, because looking back on it, when you do sell that company, or when that company does go public, or when you have success in the company, you look back at the journey. I had to sit down and talk to myself like, hey, enjoy the process. Like you built this thing, you're filling the void, and people like it. So like just enjoy the process and along the way. And when things do start to happen, like enjoy that and just keep your head down and grind. Nowadays, I'm more focused on the process and getting from A to B, B to C, and really just looking at it that way. I think my cause is family. Nobody in my family really graduated, and I want to set an example for my younger generation. You don't have to be an athlete to be successful. You don't have to be a rapper to be successful. You can be yourself, successful in your own right, as far as going out and putting your best foot forward every day. If you put your mind to it, you can find a way to make it work. So I think that's my cause, is really just doing it for my faith, my family, and the fear of not failing. So that's it.